So Saturday, early evening, Stacy Wilson that works in HR is also my sister-in-law. They were driving through town and had seen the building on fire. When it started, it was just in the corner of the building. So there was still the initial shock of like, what's gonna happen? Is this really happening? And with that shock, there was emotion with it. So as the evening progressed, it just became more of like how to control the fire or how to keep it from spreading. But it just continued to spread. A lot of our team members showed up. You know, there's nothing you can do. It's very helpless.
So my team leader called me Saturday evening, 5:30, said the plant was on fire. Came right up. When we got here, there was a little bit of smoke coming out. There was one fire truck, and it didn't take long, and things escalated pretty quickly with it.
At one point, I had gone home, and it was like 1 o'clock in the morning, and he had called me and said that they were getting ready to rip the front of the building off. It was, you know, last attempt, what do you want out of your office? That's when it really hit that, you know, it's everything.
Yeah, I was at home, sitting there watching TV, and a couple of ball players that actually I coached called me and asked me if I was in charge of JR that evening. I asked why, and they said there's smoke coming out of the building. Took a drive, checked out, seen what was going on. Obviously knew it was going to be very impactful. Didn't realize till Sunday morning how impactful. Since then, it's been crazy. A whirlwind of events. We're working through it. We're getting better, and there is a light at the end of the tunnel.
So the night of the fire, I did send out a message to all of our team members to let them know what had happened. Sunday morning, we all got in here to the office. So, you know, normally we met over in the other building. So that was the first moment when things felt different. There was a lot of emotion, a lot of sadness, speechlessness. You know, where do we start? There isn't enough work for all the team members to do. And we had to start talking about laying team members off. I think Tuesday was probably the hardest. I think the adrenaline had peaked, and then reality was becoming more real.
As far as initial involvement, the first day it was kind of, let's get a plan together. The whole team was involved with that. And day 2 started, get things running. And that's what the whole team pretty well did.
It's amazing what you're capable of when you're put in the battle. I think, you know, this is a crisis, right? So in any crisis moment, you can either run away from each other or you can pull together.
So to stand in front of the same group of people that I stood in front of, you know, back in 2020 to tell them that they're laid off again, like, that was hard. That was really hard. Like, I felt, you feel bad for them. This affects their life outside of here. And you don't want to put them in that situation. We had a meeting with the new model team. We had just gotten the all clear to enter the building. And you could see the like fight in their eyes, like they were eager to get in there and tackle whatever they could. And they did. They started pulling equipment out on Tuesday, going through what they could go through. We had team members cleaning the equipment off, other ones rewiring, reprogramming it. And by Friday, we had the equipment out of that building up and running again. So it quickly turned to laying team members off. And within 5 days, we got to call them back to work because we had work for them to do. So within 3 weeks, we had everybody back, which feels good.
It was pretty chaotic at first. How do you triage equipment, right? So the reason why we built this tent, I explained it to my boss, is like, this is the ER, right? So this is the first step. You know, I got to triage them to see who needs to see the doctor first, right? Does this guy need a Band-Aid, or does he need, you know, a total overhaul and open heart surgery? So, and that's really what we've been able to utilize this space for, and show the customers that their equipment is out of the building, it's in a safe space now, and, you know, we're actively working on it.
We're more spread out than we were before. So we're now renting a new facility in Coldwater. We're running our 3-shift operation that was in the west facility over in Coldwater. The team is working literally around the clock to get cells back up and running, robots re-automated, wiring electrical components to make sure we have power for the cells.
The majority of the stuff we're doing right now is getting parts that were ran in the fire building up and running in a different location somewhere. So there's some learning curves involved with everybody, but the whole team has absolutely took it and ran with it. You can't find a better team than we have here.
These guys back here in this area have been amazing. I've put in long days. What they've done is incredible. They've put in 10, 11, 12-hour days, 7, 8, 9 days in a row, sometimes longer than that. So what they can do and what they are doing is absolutely amazing. It's just crazy.
Yeah, so here at JR Manufacturing, we design, build, and integrate all of our own equipment, which has been a huge blessing for us and a huge resource for us to be able to recover. We've got the engineers, we've got the builders, the guys who designed and built the stuff work right here in Fort Recovery. The very first bender that we got running was for CRV vehicle. And one of the guys remembered that we had the old bender still in our storage facility in Coldwater, and that the shape was only different by 25 millimeters or something. And he's like, if I start designing tooling, I can have the tooling done by the time we get here to Coldwater, from Coldwater to here, and we'll modify it. And in a couple days we had it running. So having that Rolodex of information in their heads as opposed to someone else having 1,000 different projects, these guys are intimate with this machine. It's like their children, right? Each one that they design and build, they put a lot of time and effort into it. So they know all that and that they retain all that information. To me, it's just amazing resource that we have to be able to pull that together and know how we can piece different things together to make them work.
We could not do this without our team members. I knew they were great before, but they continuously amaze me with their efforts and their compassion for the company.
Been here 18 years. JR is a great place to work, and an event like this, it shows what it can do.